someone that wanted it badly. Then when it got it, it turned to a star. Overly dedicated.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. A nice little gift there to start the ball game as they will begin things at the 40-yard line. Hurts a handoff to Sanders, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Hurts. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking to get it to Ward. Intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jones. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
From the 36, Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Now Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Kene Nwangu, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Hurts. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Hurts. There's the former quarterback, Greg Ward Jr. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, and especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a count slower, right? They want to make sure they don't get too far upfield where he steps up and takes off through a lane. The same is true for those interior guys as well. So you've got to change it up with him. Try and keep him hemmed into the pocket, and occasionally you throw a spy on him. A fast linebacker or one of your extra defensive backs who can dance with him a little bit if he takes off and runs.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. They'll run with Sanders. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw here. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Give left side here for Nwangu. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Eagles' 46-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, first and goal. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And they'll run again. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the...
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. From 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at the 40. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Coming to you. Tight dog. Insane.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down. On fourth down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Greg Ward deep for Philadelphia. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And the Panthers looking pretty good. Their lead growing even further. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Second and 5 now. Mahomes. Flushed out right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
That's a touchdown right there.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Kene Nwangu with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Give him 30 yards there.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Watch the run, watch the run. Check 31, check 31.
Now a give running left is Nwangu.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Watch the screen. 57, 57 colors, 57 colors. 57, 57 colors, 57 colors.
On the give is Nwangu. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown.
Mecole Hardman.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5.
And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call.
So potentially a good chance now to answer back from the touchdown a minute ago as they get 15 yards tacked on.
It's going to give them much better starting field position, and they didn't even have to make an extra play to get it.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks, Like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Here we go.
For Mecole Hardman, I mean, he was the only guy with 2 of the top 10 fastest runs in all of 2019, and he's showing that that was no fluke. He was moving there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Flush to his right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Handoff right side to Nwangu. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brings up 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Mahomes going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Flushed out right. He'll get this to Nwangu. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Another run here with Sanders. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Sanders. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 56 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Sanders. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. The Eagles send out their punter now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And this returnable for Hill. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Up to make the tackle, Anthony Harris, former Viking.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Nwangu. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one in the win column for Kansas.